Hi, it's LarryFobbs, out here looking for houses. That's what we do at TrafficZone.Info. And so what it's all about is advertising. How are you going to advertise what you have to sell? So today what we're talking about is real estate. Hunt is one of the largest ones. And so if you're looking for real estate, you're a customer, what you may want to do is say, look through your paper, look at the classifieds, looking for different ads, what have you. It's because you're looking for real estate. Now, if you're a real estate agent and you have a house for sale, one way you can advertise it is, okay, you'll have the usual sign in front of the house for sale by whatever, Hunt Real Estate or the other agency. And then a person would look at it and they would write it down, say, okay, yeah, it's at this address, and I'll call the agent to see if I can check the house out. But then again, what if you had one of these devices? These are beacons. What they do is they send out a broadcast message to an Android device or even an iPhone. Now, if you're in real estate, you say you're selling a house, you can have one of these devices here broadcasting, and then under your for sale sign at the particular house, you can say check your Android notifications for a virtual tour. And so when someone's driving down the street, they see a house for sale, and on the bottom it says check the notifications, and they say, oh well, let me check my phone. And then they can click on your message and get a virtual tour of that particular house. And the thing is okay, because you as the real estate agent, what you would do is, okay, you would set that up in advance. You would have your camera, you would walk through the house, showing the bedroom, living room, front yard, backyard. You're giving the customer a virtual tour of the house. And then they can hear you talking and speaking, what have you. Because you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I can see a house, it's for sale, I'll write down the address, I'll go home, get on the internet, and look at the typical virtual tour of the house that way. But then again, if you're an agent, you can even be a little more personal with that. You can do the recording of the house yourself, and they can hear your voice, and then you can say, okay, if you're interested in this house for more, give me a call. Because that way, they can see the advertisement on their phone. So there's a house for sale, you want a virtual tour, they'll click on it, you see a virtual tour of the house. And then at the bottom of the recorded message that you would have for them to watch the virtual tour, you can say, if you want further information, click this button here, set up an appointment, and I'll come out and give you further tour of the house. And so that way, that's the advantage of having these devices. You can have them at the house that you're selling, broadcast a message, a person look at on the bottom of the for sale sign, and then they can get a virtual tour that way. And that's the closest thing from you having to actually be there. So you can imagine if you have 10, 12, or however how many houses you can have this device there broadcasting the message, and then a person, they can get a virtual tour, a very good one, versus them calling you saying, hey, can you come in and let me in the house, I want to check it out, and things like that. So that's the advantage of these beacons here, to broadcast a message to Android devices and phones. And then you can take this even further. What if you have a room for rent? Or if you have something that you're renting out, and then you can go ahead and do a virtual tour of the place, and then when someone sees your message saying, hey, click on your Android device for a virtual tour of the room for students that we have that they can rent, or rental property and things like that. So the idea is that they can get a virtual tour of the place without you being there to show them around. So that's what we're talking about today at TrafficZone.Info. And then stay tuned, because we have other ideas as to what you can do in selling your home or renting a room. Oh yeah, and before I end, this is a portable device. You can take it wherever you go. It'll broadcast a message up to a 100-yard radius. So even though you're selling your house at a specific location, you can walk around with this right here. And then if you have a sign saying check your notifications, or even a sign on your car, check your notifications, then the person will land onto your notification, click on it, and it says, oh yes, I'm selling a house in this city, or this street, what have you. And that's how you can walk around with this, continuing to advertise. Or you can leave this in a specific house, broadcast a message that way, and then you can cover both goals. So until my next tip on how to sell real estate, take care.